Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another podcast episode, depending on if you're listening to me or if you're watching me on YouTube or if you're listening to me on any of the Spotify podcast platforms. Did I say Spotify podcast platforms? Any of the podcast platforms, basically. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about social media management tools that you need. And if you hear me sniffing, I think I have a cold. I don't know. It's spring, but it is cold. I don't know. I don't understand Manchester's weather. But yeah, that aside, being a social media manager, you need to have tools. And I'm not talking about hammers. I'm not talking about nails or scissors. I'm talking about digital tools. You need to have a digital toolbox that has all the tools that you need to succeed as a social media manager. Now, choosing the right social media management tool or the right tools for you can be difficult, especially if you are a beginner or someone that recently started. And one thing about me and my journey as a social media manager is I tried as much as possible to test my hands on different tools till I found the one that works for me. Okay, these days and in this age and time, everybody's talking about using Notion. But if Notion doesn't really work for you, there are other options, there are other alternatives. There's Airtable, there's Asana, there's ClickUp. But if you are not someone that has tried this different tools out, you will not know that okay, this one is the one for me or this one is not the work for me. When choosing a social media management tool, there are so many factors you need to consider. Number one, you need to consider what is at stake. To narrow down your choices, you need to consider what you hope to gain from that social media management tool. Why exactly do you need this tool? How do you want to, what kind of content do you create? Will this tool help you create unique content? How can you analyze your website traffic easily? These questions that you ask yourself will help you narrow down your options and help you consider what it is you need from a social media management tool. Number two, the user experience. Now, before you choose a social media management tool, you need to consider the level of knowledge and experience you're bringing to the tool. It may be easier to choose the right social media management tool if you're familiar with them. But if you're someone that is not familiar with that tool, it might be really hard. Like in case you have not had previous experience with this kind of tools, it's better to just go for a more basic tool. In case you've not had previous experience with Notion and you're finding it hard, I would say you should try Airtable because Airtable is less complex than Notion and it has more explanatory or more simple like databases as compared to Notion. And after you've understand the way these features work, you can now upgrade to a more advanced tool. So for example, in case you don't understand how Later or Planoly works, you can start with Facebook or Meta Business Suite because Meta Business Suite is free and you can start by managing on these platforms and see how they work. Some of these platforms actually give you like free access. I know Hootsuite offers 60 days free and Hootsuite is a social media management tool. It gives you 60 days for free. So within 60 days, you should be able to know that if this tool is good for you or not, since you're not paying for it and you're not adding your cart to it. There are so many other social media management tools that offer free plans, but I know Hootsuite has more days compared to the other one, so you can check Hootsuite out. Number three thing you need to consider when choosing a social media management tools are the features. Each tool always offer distinct features, or each tool has its own distinct features, and there are a variety of such tools that are available, such as basic scheduling tool, or a tool that provides customizable data reports, or a tool that edits your videos, or a tool that you can use to communicate. If you plan to advertise your work on social media, you should also check out tools that work within your network. So it's always very good to check out what tools other people have used that has worked for them and see, okay, how can I use these tools and make them work for me as a new social media manager. Number four, which is also important, before you make up your mind about, did I say make sure? Before you make up your mind about a social media management tool, you need to consider the price. Many social media management tools, like I said before, offer free trials, but most of them after the free trials are not free. you should consider how much money you can dedicate to social media management before you choose a tool, especially if you're just starting or you work in a startup without a very big budget. So you don't want to go for Sprout Social or Agora Pulse, because those social media management tools are pretty expensive. So choosing the right social media management tool for your business also means ensuring that you get value for your money. If you want to use some social media features, it may be best to limit your budget to another marketing tool. It's always very good. Now, number 5, easy access to customer service. Before me, myself, Balaji, chooses a social media management tool, I've probably reached out to their customer service to see how fast they would respond. You must have access to efficient and helpful customer support team when you're using a tool, especially if you're paying for it. You should be able to navigate the tool easily and get help if you encounter any problems. I remember when I encountered problems with WordTune, I got my response in less than 24 hours. Even when I was using Flowdesk, I got my response in like 2 to 3 days, which is good. Not that they will not respond to you at all. You should research the different ways to contact customer support for each tool you're considering and see how responsive they are by contacting them directly. So you have to maybe you're doing the free trial, just try contacting customer support and see how well they respond to you. It might be something pretty easy. It's more like testing them to see if they would respond or if they would reply to you. So yeah, that's it. Those are the 5 things I will tell you to consider first of all before you pick a tool. In the social media marketing space or in the social media management world, there is no shortage of tech, tools, and resources available to make a social media manager's life easier. Despite our best efforts, we have yet to find a one fix all solution. We're yet to find the perfect tool that does everything we need it to do for social media managers. Across the globe, social media professionals deliver a variety of services with a variety of deliverables to a wide range of clients. And this makes sourcing a product that solves every problem virtually impossible. Yeah, nobody has discovered or nobody has developed that one tool that fixes all social media managers' problem. To be honest, I'm praying that somebody eventually does, because they're gonna have my money. But here are 5 tools every social media manager needs. You need to have these 5 tools in your toolbox, in your toolkit, your digital toolkit. Number 1, you need a tool for communicating with your clients. Now, you need to be able to communicate clearly and transparently with every single client you work with regularly. One option is to use email, but email can get confusing after a while, and it might be difficult to share it if you're working with a team. So for audio or video conferencing, I would give you a recommendation. You can use Google Meet, Loom, or Zoom. They are very great options. I use Google Meet and I use Zoom sometimes. But note, apart from Google Meet, some of them are actually paid for. And I think if you want to get the recordings and every single thing, you have to pay for Google Meet or Google Workspace. I really don't know. I've not done a recording on Google Meet before. And in addition to these communication tools, you can try other ones, but you need to have a communication tool, especially if you intend or you want to work in social media management for a long time. Number 2, you need a tool for scheduling social media posts. I'm not gonna lie to you. Posting on the fly is so annoying. I am actually going to pay for a social media management tool for TikTok because I am being consistent on that app, but I don't have the strength to start posting on the fly. I don't. And I'm praying that TikTok releases a feature like Instagram that will make you schedule in app. I would love that feature, and they will make my life 100 times easier. you need to have a tool for scheduling social media posts. So for me, I schedule an app on Instagram for the week. So I create my videos outside Instagram, schedule it within Instagram for the entire week. Now, in a world of social media management, auto publishing is going to be your best friend. With a scheduling tool, you can create posts for your clients in advance. You can send previews to them so that they can approve, and you can schedule the post for automatic publications. Now, I'm going to list some of the tools that I have used, which is number one, Meta Business Suite. A lot of people find it really hard to use Meta Business Suite, and I know the interface is terrible, but I find it very useful also as a beginner. If you don't want to pay for anything, Meta Business Suite is one of the tools that you can use to start. Then as you proceed, there are other ones that you can check out, like Later, Annaly, Buffer, there's Cloud Campaign, there's CoSchedule, there's Hootsuite, and so on and so forth. Number 3, you need to have an email provider. And as a social media manager, you're asking me, or you're thinking to yourself, Bolaji, but I don't have an email list. Bolaji, I'm just starting. Start planning to have an email list. You need to have an email provider. And if you're a beginner, you can start with the free platforms. I know ConvertKit has like a free until you get to a particular number. I know MailChimp has like free until you get to a particular number, so you can start with those two. Don't overlook the importance of starting your email list now. Don't ever overlook it. Even if you are not using it right now, start building your email list. An email service provider enables you to collect leads, educate them on your services, and also offer new service based on openings on your roster. So if you plan to scale your business as a social media manager, you need to have an email list, and you need to start today. So there are different email subscribers or email service providers. That's email subscribers that you can use. There are such some of them are Flowdesk, ConvertKit, MailChimp, and MailerLite. I was using Flowdesk before. I started with MailChimp and then I moved to ConvertKit, but ConvertKit wasn't giving me what I needed, so I moved to Flowdesk. But Flowdesk became quite expensive because I was still in Nigeria then, and then I was paying in dollars, but I was paying in the naira equivalent, and it was expensive. So I'm going to still eventually move back to Flowdesk once I'm done with my website, because they have the prettiest templates. But take your coins. I'm taking my coins with me. But for now, I use Substack, and one of the reasons why I love Substack is because people that are just subscribing to my email list or my newsletter can read previous publication. So Substack was created for writers, created for news broadcasters, and mostly writers. So people can read your publications I have people still reading publications from last year, and they can leave comments, they can like the post, they can share it, and there are incentives for people that share your newsletter. Like, you provide incentive for them. Like, a lot of people don't know I have incentives, so if you share my newsletter. And if you want to join my newsletter, I'm going to link it in the description below, and I'm going to link some of my tools that I use, and I might receive a little like money from it, but it doesn't really matter, right? Because you're getting the tool for free also. Number 4, a tool for designing. There are so many design tools out there, but Canva is mine. Canva is my favorite. I do everything with Canva, but Canva is just one of many. To be honest, you need a tool that will help you design your graphics, helps you to design your invoice, helps you to design your portfolio, and all that design stuff. But I love Canva. I'm not going to betray Canva. I'm not going to break up with Canva anytime soon. But there are so many other examples, and I'm going to give you some of them. There is PicMonkey. There is Placeit. There's Adobe Creative Cloud Express, there's Adobe Photoshop, there's Vista Create, there's Venngage, there's PictureChat, but the best of the best is Canva. There's also Figma though, but Canva. So yes, you need a tool for designing, and if you want 45 days free, of Canva Pro, check the link in the description below. Now, there's also a tool for video editing. Yes, there is also a tool. You need to have a tool for video editing. My best tool is CapCut. I was always an InShot baby, but when I found CapCut, I saw the light. There's so many tools out there, but you know my favorite. And I would say you should choose the one that actually works for you. Most of these video editing tools, you can test the free version first. But before you pay for Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro or the expensive one, I would say make sure you have how would I say it? Make sure you have an experience with editing with the free ones. Because if you know how to edit with the free ones, it won't be such an hassle to edit with Premiere Pro, or it will be very easy for you to learn. Not that you've never actually tried any of this before and then you just want to start editing. My favorite is CapCut, but there are other ones like InShot, VN, iMovie, and so on and so forth. Now, I know I said 5 tools, but last but not the least, this is a bonus tool. You need to have a link in bio too. Except if you have a website, you need to have a tool that you can host your link in bio. For me, I use Mainstack. There is Linktree, there is Beacons, there is this should just close down, so that one doesn't matter. There's links, there's so many that you can check through, but these are the most common ones. But I would give you, and if you're an African, a black African, I would say support black businesses, right? Mainstack is really good. I know they have glitches, but they always, as much as possible, they try to fix it. This is a new company, but they've been doing well. And a plus for Mainstack, this is not a sponsored video, but a plus for Mainstack is you can receive all your currencies in dollars, even if they pay in naira. As a Nigerian, I know my Nigerian audience will love this, so make sure you sign up to Mainstack. I'm going to give you a referral code because yes, I get to earn money from it. Yeah, duh. I'm going to link it in the description below, so make sure to check it out. And that's it for today, guys. I don't always waste time. You know me now, straight to the point. That's it for today's video. I don't have an assignment for anybody. For those that are taking the Mastering Social Media Management class, I would just say go research on the tools that you think you would find useful or what you would include in your digital toolkit. And then if you feel like it, you can submit it in the link that will be provided in the description below. And for those that are having issues accessing the link, I would say probably log into your Google account first of all. Then open the link and then you will see a plus sign. When you click on any of the folders, you will definitely see a plus sign. If you don't see a plus sign, you probably haven't logged in yet, because a lot of people are submitting their assignments, and when I get comments that say, oh, I'm having issues, you probably haven't logged in yet. Log into your Google account or create one. Click on the folder that you want to submit your assignment. You will see a plus sign, and then when you click on the plus sign, you're going to see where you can upload your video. And that's it for today, guys. If you're listening to me on Spotify or any of the podcast platforms, I know you love my voice. I love my voice also. But don't forget to rate this podcast, and don't forget to follow, and don't forget to leave your opinion in the comment section. Is it comment section? I know Spotify has where you can leave comments and everything, so I'm gonna leave that there. And if you're watching on YouTube, you know what to do. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Don't forget to leave me a meaningful comment. To be honest, if you're watching the video, if every single person that watches my video leaves a comment, the algorithm is going to push my videos. And that's one of the ways you can pay me for the free knowledge I am giving you. Another thing is, don't skip my ads, because I make money from these ads. I know it's very annoying, but watch it now. Okay? And that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.